All right, my friends, let me know. Can you hear me or see me? Houston, are we a go? I'm going to try to pull it up on my phone so I can see in real time what's going on. My Be Live, apparently, I'm getting feedback, is not working for whatever reason. So we're just going to do it like this. Is that cool with you guys? Let me know. Can you hear me and see me this time? Come through, my coaches, so I know that you guys are getting this lesson. I want to make sure that this is a valuable time for you and you actually get your lesson today. So let me know if you can hear me and see me before I move on with the lesson. This is a good lesson, you guys. This is a good lesson today. I don't want you to miss it. I'm seeing some hellos. Does that mean that you can see me? Does that mean that you can hear me? Let me know if we're a go, Houston. Tuning in. This just builds the anticipation for the lesson, doesn't it? This just makes me want to give it to you even more. All right, I'm getting yes in the comments that you can hear me and see me. Awesome. We are ready to rock and roll. If you're watching this on the replay, replayers, please go into the comments and comment replay so I know you're catching this training. Even if you weren't able to make it to the live, let's cross our fingers and hope that that this stream holds up for you guys. All right, please let me know in the comments if you can ever lose me or can't hear me so that I can make sure to take care of you guys today. All right, who's excited for the topic today? If you don't know what the topic is for today, if you missed the announcement, today we're talking about a really exciting concept, and that is having in demand coaching at any stage. Having in demand coaching at any stage of your business. All right, so let me know if you guys are, everything's rocking and rolling. Okay, so I have a question for those of you as we get into this training. When you think about having in demand coaching, or when you think about someone who has really high demand for their coaching, what comes to mind? What visuals come to mind, or who comes to mind? Who do you think of when you think of having in demand coaching? All right. This is really important because I want to offer to you that a lot of times when we're thinking about our coaching and we think about the people that have successful coaching, we think that, the people that have successful coaching must be like the Tony Robbins or people that have been in the field for many, many years, right? They've been doing coaching for a very long time, or they have a really big audience. What do you guys think of? Let me know in the comments what you think of when you think about having in demand coaching. In demand coaching. So, in demand, like highly sought after. Because what I'm going to teach you today, if you all stick around, is I'm going to teach you how to have in demand coaching at any stage of your coaching. So, whether you are just getting started and you don't have clients yet, or whether you've been doing this for a while and you want to have more clients, I'm going to teach you how that's possible at any stage. All right? I hope you all can hear me okay and see me okay. I'm a little worried about it now because we're streaming directly from Facebook. So keep me informed in the comments if you guys are still with me. All right, my friends. Alicia says go. Okay, cool. So this is going to be relevant in terms of coaching. Like I said, if you're just starting and maybe you're having some doubts or hesitancy or you're reluctant around the idea of making offers to people, getting on the phone with people, or even you're not even to the point of getting them on a consult, but just in general, talking about your business and marketing your business. Okay, I think a lot of you are at this stage as well. Okay, awesome. Brianna, good to see you on a live. So I think a lot of us are really reluctant at this stage, right? Where we even if you consider yourself an extrovert or a social butterfly, right? And maybe you're engaging with clients, but the idea of making offers to people, like actually the part where it comes to talking about your coaching, seems a little bit scary. Let me know in the comments. Go into the comments and type yes if you've ever felt that way about your coaching. Talking to people about your coaching, making offers, the idea of even getting them on a consult to which you know you're going to be talking about your coaching feels a little bit scary. And you have a little bit of inner conflict, inner turmoil, nerves, even about that idea. Okay? So we're going to talk about it a lot. And really, I want to talk to you about this in the terms of really 3 areas that are going to totally transform your business into an in-demand coaching program, even if you're just getting started. So it doesn't matter what stage you are at. Okay? And when I say in-demand coaching, I'm talking about high-end coaching too. So whether that's at $2,000, $3,000, $5,000, or even higher-end coaching than that. Okay? And here's why it's so important to understand these principles around creating high demand for your coaching. Okay? Because when you're not good at it, you are going to start feeling and believing like you are not enough. You are not experienced enough to have in demand coaching or to charge those prices. You are not qualified enough. You are not expert enough. So, any of the not enoughs start to come into play when you don't feel like there's any demand for your coaching. You feel like there's crickets. Okay? And then even when you do coach yourself to this point where you feel like you are enough, right? It's the belief that the coaching itself is worth high demand, that there's people out there in the world wanting coaching. Like they're actually desiring coaching, right? And then it's like some of you guys struggle with, okay, I believe coaching is valuable and people want it and I believe they'd buy it from me, but I don't believe that there's really enough people out there because the market is so saturated already with other coaches already doing it, and now it's super competitive. Let me know in the comments if you've ever had that nagging thought that, yeah, I do believe this coaching is really valuable. I know it helps a lot of people, but there's just so many people already out there doing this that there's not enough people really out there looking to get coaching from me because it's so saturated. Let me know if the saturated market thought has ever presented itself to you. Let other people know they're not alone. Go into the comments and type yes if you've ever felt that the market is too saturated. All right? It's too competitive now. You missed the window, right? Or here's another example of a thought that's happened. This is why this right here is going to be the pivot between, I'm telling you, there's 3 secrets to creating in-demand coaching. But first we have to start here with really being honest with ourselves about some of these thoughts, right? Where it's like, okay, I believe that there's people out there looking for coaching, that there's a lot of people that can benefit from it, but then um, there's this other thing that happens where it's like, I can only help this very specific type of person who meets this long list of criteria, right? So everyone you talk to, everyone that comes your way and has an inkling that you're a coach, it gets disqualified. But you know if this is you, if you've ever done that, if you're like, I'm not finding the right people because I can't help all of these people over here. I can only help this like very specific person. I've been there. As a registered dietitian. I would disqualify people in my mind for things that I know I can help people with. But in my mind, I had all of these qualifications, right? Like I was judging my leads as like, ooh, I don't know if I want to work with that person because of I don't know if they're the right fit and all of these thoughts that were just like berating me, right? Heather says our specialties make us different. Absolutely, Heather. That's awesome. So let me know in the comments if you've ever been judging your leads for fear that they weren't the right person and then you just didn't make them an offer. Let me know if you've ever disqualified someone before ever making them an offer because you just weren't sure if they were the right person, right? This can look like judging someone as like, oh, they're only looking for, like, for example, I've seen this like physical therapists who are doing their own coaching program. They'll disqualify leads because, oh, I saw them say that they were looking for like gadgets. Like, apparently that's a big thing in the PT space, right? I'm not looking to work with clients who are like really into gadgets because they're not really looking to, that's not the work that I do. So they're probably looking to solve their problem by just like buying a bunch of gadgets, right? Without even having the conversation, like not even doing a consult first. So it happens to a lot of us where we'll start to qualify people out. Oh, they asked for like, if does somebody have, a supplement for this or for that? Ooh, they must just be looking for supplements. They're not really looking to do the work with coaching. So I'm not going to like pursue it further. And we start disqualifying people. And then we wonder why there's no demand for our coaching. Let me know in the comments if you've ever done this in your head as you're meeting people or talking to people, right? Even if it's silently, even if you're just doing it kind of in your head to yourself subconsciously, or if you're like just getting scared or intimidated to help them, so you just didn't make them an offer, right? It got too real, and then at the end, you just kind of like got scared and then didn't ever follow back up with that person, and then you felt like too much time had gone by. Put yes in the comments if you've ever done that. I'm telling you all of this just to highlight for you that number one, a lot of us do this. And if you're not doing it, you're actually in the minority or you just haven't started doing anything yet. And so you're not realizing what's coming, right? So, do you guys want to know what the like step 1 for creating a really in-demand coaching? Let me know in the comments. Give me a 1 if you are ready for step 1. After all of this buildup, all of the tech issues, all of the buildup, are you guys ready for step 1? I have 3 steps for creating really in-demand coaching. But I want to make sure you guys are ready to take some notes before I start hopping into it. So go into the comments, give me a 1 if you're ready to go. And I'll know you guys are ready to rock and roll. Awesome. I'm seeing some ones. Okay, cool. You guys are with me. So, step 1 to creating really in demand coaching. So, your offer demand goes up, right? When people are seeking after your own offer, right? People are seeking after that, right? That's what in demand is, right? If you look up the definition of something having being in demand, it's highly sought after. So, step 1, all right, I want you guys to pay very close attention to this. Step 1 is believing in the demand of your coaching within yourself. You truly need to sell yourself first on why you have a highly sought after coaching offer. How many of you actually spend time consciously selling yourself on that every day? Why you have a highly sought after coaching offer, right? What you offer to the world, yourself as a coach, your offer. And then when you believe that lots of people are out there seeking after and demanding, right? Like within themselves, like they're demanding for that offer, even if you haven't met them yet. It doesn't matter. We're not talking about how to meet people so that they can be demanding your offer. Step 1 is selling yourself first on why you have a highly sought after coaching offer. Why is it highly sought after? Why does everybody want it? Why is everybody trying to get their hands on it? Okay? This is so important. Why is this important? Why am I telling you that you have to sell yourself on this first? Let me know, guys. What do you think? Many people feel health coach as counseling, how to break their stereotype. Yeah, so if you think that there's a stereotype around your offer, right? If you think that people think your offer is something else that they don't want, are they going to demand it? Is it going to be highly sought after? Right? So the question is, do you think that your offer is highly sought after, and why? Why is it different? And how are you living and breathing and exuding that? Right? Clients don't want to buy coaching from a coach who isn't sold themselves. Like, if you're not sure, if that's not a no brainer for you, nobody's going to want to buy. Right? It kills everything about the energy around your coaching and around your offer. Right? When I think of a high demand, like highly sought after anything, right? But in this conversation, we're talking about coaching. I think about the buzz. I think of it as like a buzz. Like, people are buzzing about this. There's excitement, there's like an energy in the air about getting coaching, right? When the vibe that you're exuding is like, oh my God, I can't do this. Or like, oh man, so many people are like stereotyping what we do, right? Like the comment about how do I break that stereotype? If you walk around feeling like there's people have a stereotype around what you do, and therefore there's this problem that we have to overcome, right? That, like, where on the energy scale are you vibrating, right? So, step one is selling yourself on why your offer already is highly sought after. Like, you actually think that, right? If you think there's a problem with it that needs to be fixed before the market can be excited about it, who's going to buy that offer from you? Because you feel like there's a problem already there. Are you guys with me on this? Does this make sense? Go into the comments and tell me, give me a yes if this is making sense. Okay, before we can fix whatever's happening out there in the market and what other people think and feel, why do you believe that your offer is highly sought after now? Why? Why is it amazing? Right? It's hard to be an in-demand coach. It's hard to have in-demand coaching when you're questioning it and when you're second guessing it and you're not committed to it. And it's so crazy how our brains will trick us into thinking like, no, I believe in it, but at the same time I believe that nobody else believes in it, so I'm not believing in it yet, that it's already an offer that's in demand. There's some fixing that needs to happen here. Right? So you have to go to work day and night to be committed, to be clear about what your offer is, and go to work loving it. Right? In the beginning, I had lots of thoughts opposed to selling myself on my offer that I had to overcome. I had to go to work on loving my offer as is first. Okay? I really want you to hear me that is step one. I know your brain's going to want to go to like, how do we communicate it to everyone else? This is step one. Okay? So, step one is believing in the demand of your coaching within yourself. Essentially, we're talking about selling yourself first and why you have a highly sought after coaching. Why your offer is highly sought after. All right? We're going to go into step two. You guys ready for step two? I don't know if step one was too much. Step one was very introspective, okay? Guess what? Step two is introspective too. All right, you guys ready for step two of having a highly sought after, in demand coaching program, being a highly sought after coach, no matter what stage you are in? It doesn't matter if you have clients yet. All right? Leisha says 2. Guys, give me a 2 in the comments if you're ready for step 2, so I know you're not still taking notes from step 1. You're ready for me to move on to step 2. Go into the comments, step 2, if you're ready for me to move on to step 2. I want to make sure I'm not leaving anybody behind. Cecilia says 2. Awesome. Okay. Step 2 is believing in the demand of your offer from who? From others. Notice how these are in order. Step 2 is believing in the demand of your offer from others. This is a huge reason why some of you struggle making sales, right? Because you are going into it with dread in the pit of your stomach. You know that feeling because you believe that you're about to sell someone something that they don't want. You're like thinking they're gonna not want it. Be honest. Like, if you're fearing rejection, you're believing that they're not gonna want it. You're like, they're for sure gonna say no, right? You know that feeling. How many of you have ever had that feeling in your stomach where you've gotten on the phone, you've had a consult, you've made an offer, and you just knew that before you even dialed their number and picked up the phone, you had that pit in your stomach, that dread, because you're not believing in the demand of your offer from others. And that sounds terrible. Like, who wants to like run a business and have a life where every time you have to talk to someone, you feel like you're trying to sell them something they don't want? They're for sure not going to want it at the end, right? When you think about people who are seeking out your offer and it is a high demand coaching offer, you know everybody wants it, everybody's trying to get in, right? You're excited to talk to them. You're excited to make offers because you already know they want it. You already know this is an offer that people want. Lots of people want this offer. It's so fun to sell when you come from that place, right? Think about a time in your life where you've offered something to someone and you just knew they were going to go nuts over it. Maybe it was a gift that you gave to one of your girlfriends and you were like, she's been talking about this for so long. I know this is something that she's really wanted. I just can't wait for her to open this. This is my offer to her. I'm going to give this to her, right? What if you felt that way about your coaching? And because step 2 is believing in the demand of your offer from others. What if you actually truly believed that in the pit of your stomach, right, all the way to the bottom of your toes, you knew that people were going to be that excited about your offer? That's how bad they want that in their life, right? How many of you guys would be really excited to make offers in your business? How do you think that would affect the way you show up in your business if you believe that people wanted your offer the way that someone that you've given a gift to, that you were really excited to give them that gift, and you already knew, you were already envisioning how excited they were going to be once they opened it and they saw that you got them this thing they've been talking about? What if that was your coaching business? How would that change the way you show up in your business? Let me know in the comments. How would you feel? How would you feel if that was your coaching business? I'm curious to hear, what would that feel like for you? I think point number 1 and point number 2 are so important to talk about because nobody really talks about this. How many people do you hear talking about this? Like, most people talk about, their process for finding leads, right? Most people talk about, fixing that broken strategy. And they just assume that they must be talking to the wrong people, right? So what happens with our brains when we figure out something is our problem, what our brains do is like, okay, so we say, all right, I'm terrible at this. I hate this. This is not working, right? So then our identity gets destroyed and we think that we're not enough, right? You might be a phenomenal coach, but it's like, okay, I can't do this. I'm not cut out for this. Something's wrong with me. Then something's wrong with the system or the strategy. And so our brains start going like squirrel brain into all these shiny objects to figure out the problem, because that's what our brains do. Our brains are like heat-seeking missiles, right? Whatever you tell your brain the problem is, your brain is like, okay, find the solution to that problem, find the solution to that problem. And our brain will focus on that being the problem and trying to find the solution to that problem, right? And so what I want to offer to you is that before you tell yourself that your whole strategy is broken, and I don't know if it is without talking to you, it could very well be, pieces of it are, that's fine, that's fixable. But I want to invite you to first investigate step 1 and step 2. Okay? Those of you taking notes, you know what step 1 and step 2 are. Your belief about your demand for your coaching and your belief about others' demand for your coaching. You guys with me on that? Do that first before you tell your brain to go search for a million different strategy solutions to find the one thing that's going to be the thing that changes everything. Please hear me on this. You guys with me? Let me know. I'm seeing a lot of 2 in the comments. Where are you guys at? Let me know. All right, my friends. I have one final point for you, and I think this is the best one. That's why I saved it for last. For the true OGs that stay for point 3. All right. I want to offer to you that step 3 to creating a really high demand around your coaching, right? Highly sought after coaching. What does highly sought after coaching look like? It looks like our coach Eliza, who had someone just reach out to her and say, hey, I've been following you. I have $6,000. What can you do to help me? How can I get your help? That's what in-demand coaching is. In-demand coaching doesn't mean you're Tony Robbins and you have to spend years building an audience, right? And you have to have hundreds of people show up to your event. In-demand is people reaching out to you saying, I've got $6,000. I know I need to work with you. What can you do for me? Please tell me. As a health coach. All right? Which leads me into point 3. This is the most important point, so I hope that you have closed down any distractions and you hear me for step 3. All right? Are you guys ready for step 3? I don't know if you guys are ready for step 3. Step 1 and step 2 were very introspective. Is that enough for you guys today, or do you want to hear one more point? Because I'm going to actually give you homework to do on this point too. If you want to have in-demand, highly sought-after coaching right now, if you want to have people actually trying to sign up with you about your coaching right now, you guys ready for step 3? Tough crowd today. You guys are very in your heads today, huh? Taking lots of notes. Plus, I'm using a different streaming software. So let me know. Pull it up on my phone. I'll just end it there because I know I gave you live. You guys don't want the best point of all. There's a lot to go through. Okay, I'm getting some yeses come through. Awesome. All right, step 3, and please, you have to do the homework on step 3, all right? I'm going to give it to you. Step 3 is coaching yourself on the value of paying for coaching. Paying for coaching. This is where a lot of you guys need to do the work, right? Because a lot of you are, I believe in the value of my coaching within myself. I believe it's highly sought after. I believe there's some people out there that really want it. But step 3, the part where you really need to do the work, is believing in the value of someone actually paying for coaching with you, giving you money, signing up with you right now, right? The reason why this is a problem for you is because many of you don't actually believe that you are a coach right now that makes money. I'm calling it out. Right, you're like, I don't actually believe I'm a coach right now that makes money. And how you know this is true is if I ask you, how do you think that you become a coach that makes money? How do you become a coach that makes money? Someone, star of the class, go into the comments and tell me, how do you become a coach that makes money? I want to hear if someone has an answer to this. Hey, Heather. Hey, Victoria. Seeing some hands raised. That's awesome. Rihanna says 3. Awesome. Still with me? Michelle, absolutely. Yeah, how do you think that one becomes a coach that makes money? I want to hear what you think. There's no wrong answers. There's no judging or shaming for whatever the answer is that comes to mind, whatever you offer up. How does one become a coach that makes money? This is the most important step. I save it for last, and I'm going to give you homework for this. If you don't understand this concept, you will always struggle to figure out why there's no demand for your coaching. What do you think it is? Rihanna, you need to coach yourself first. Yeah. Believe in oneself. You guys are super smart group here. Yeah. Here's what I want to offer to you is the secondary thought, right? If you don't believe that you're a coach that makes money and you're coaching yourself on believing you're a coach that makes money, I want to offer to you that the biggest pitfall that keeps you from making money is the thought that, like, I guess I need to make money. I guess I need to go out and make some money. To be a coach that makes money, I need to go out and do that. Because it sounds very common sense. All right? Here's the problem with that equation. And you guys are already really smart, so you already know the problem with this equation, right? When you need to make money in order to believe you are a coach who gets paid and makes money, right? So creating demand, which is what you do when you sell something, you create something that the client wants, and then they pay you for it and they sign up with you. In order to believe and create the demand in your client's mind, you have to transfer belief first, right? That is what selling is, transferring belief. So when you are creating demand, getting people interested in what it is that you do, right, that's when selling starts, way before the call. So when you think that about it, when you put it, you're putting your coaching out there into the world, you have to believe that you are a coach that makes money before you can make the money, right? Before you can be in demand and have all of the people trying to give you money to sign up and coach with you, you have to believe you are that coach. Does this make sense for everybody? What so many of you are putting out there, and the reason why everything feels hard and it feels like you're trudging through this thick mud of getting your coaching building business going, you feel like you're just like trying to show up big, but you also feel like you're stuck in the mud, is because the whole time you're trying to get your business going, you're trying to believe that you are a coach, you're trying to believe that you are a coach that gets paid, you're also telling yourself, I don't know how to do this, I don't know where to find clients, I don't know what I'm doing yet, right? I don't know what I'm doing, I don't know what I'm doing, I don't know what I'm doing, right? So if that's what you're putting out there, what's the chances of them reaching out to you wanting coaching? Creating demand for your coaching. Do not miss the nuance of this. This is very important, right? Who's going to sign up with the coach whose energy and what you tell yourself all day long is like, I don't know. I know I need to believe in myself, but also I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. Right? Or what will happen is you'll have some people reaching out to you who are interested in coaching. You'll start talking to them about coaching, and then they like disappear. How many of you have had that happen where you start, like, you think you have maybe a prospect who wants to coach with you, and then it just falls off? They disappeared because you were trying to coach them, right? Trying to sell them on something you don't yet fully believe. Does this make sense to you guys? You guys with me? All right. So how does one fix that? Okay, Valerie, that's me. I've totally done that. What do I need to do? Right? Number one, right? Rihanna said, coach yourself first. Stephanie said, believe in oneself. You need to believe that you are a coach now that gets paid, right? You have to believe that before someone ever pays you. All right. Even though your brain's going to want to tell you it's not true, but like, hey, look, nobody's paid me yet for coaching. And this works regardless of what stage you're at. Some of you may be listening and you might already have clients, but you have to do the same work when you go from a $1,000 client to raising your prices, right? You have to do that then at your 3K program too, whatever that new stage is, right? If you're up leveling your pricing, now your job is to believe that you're the coach that gets paid 3K before anybody ever pays you 3K, right? So, how would it feel if people were paying you? Go into the comments. Tell me. What feeling would you have if somebody actually paid you today for your coaching? If someone said, "Hey, I have 3K. What can you do? I need to coach with you. What can we do together? I've got 3K." Go into the comments and tell me what's your first gut instinct of the feeling. You just envisioned it happening. What would that feeling be? Would it be excitement? Would it be a little bit of fear? Would it be a little bit of doubt, worry? What is that feeling? If someone came to you right now, right after this live, and said, "Hey, Michelle, I saw that you're coaching. I saw what you're doing. I have to work with you. I've got 3K. Please tell me what that can get me." What will your feeling be? Now they're your client. It's real. Stephanie says excited. What would you guys feel? What about everybody else? Would you feel excited? Would you feel pumped? Would you feel motivated? Would you feel anxious? Nervous? Absolutely. What other feelings would you have? It's like first excitement, then nerves, right? And I want to offer to you that if, you know, it's normal to be excited about getting clients, but it's also normal to have feelings of doubt, worry, and fear, like nerves. So if the overwhelming emotion is like, oh, now, oh no, now what? Now what do I do? It's real. It's also coming from the thought, I don't know what I'm doing, right? And that's why you're struggling to find clients, right? There is deeper work to be done there. That's why there is not a demand for your coaching. Doesn't mean that people don't inquire here and there, but if you want to have in-demand coaching, it comes from the pit of your stomach first, your belief in the demand of your own coaching. It transfers to others. Now you've transferred belief to others, and because you've coached yourself so much, you also have a really strong belief in the value of paying for coaching, right? So I want you to do an exercise with me right now. I want you to go to that place in your mind where you have clients that are paying you. Let's say you have 5 clients right now. I want you to go to that place in your mind where you have 5 clients. Hey, Kristen, good to see you, girl. Let's go to that place. Close your eyes. You actively have 5 clients on your roster right now. All right, or whatever that number is for you. All right. And you've just got off your coaching calls with them and your cup is so full, right? You just had the best time ever. It was like so fun, right? Go to that place. What would you be feeling in that moment? That moment where you already have the 5 clients, you're already coaching with them. Your cup is full because you're delivering value, you're delivering your purpose in life, and your clients are having these ahas on every single call with you. You're getting off the call, so fun. What would you be feeling in that moment? What would you be feeling in that moment? A lot of feelings on this training today, huh? This is where the magic happens, my friends. What would you be feeling in that moment? How many of you guys do that every day? You picture yourself coaching those 5 clients every day, doing the work, doing your purpose, your life's purpose. What would it be? Would you feel Excited, motivated, determined. Stephanie says, I would feel like I was valued, right, in my what I teach. Absolutely. Absolutely. So if you actually believed that people did value you and what you teach now, right, and that was what you embodied now, what would you do? That is what you need to embody now. So, whatever it is for you, whether it's motivated to reach more people, determined to do everything that I can to help them, determined to do whatever it takes, Rihanna says, fulfilled, right? Ask yourself, do I really believe in paying for coaching? Think about that. Do I really believe in paying for coaching? And your homework is actually investigating that every day, writing every day about why you believe in paying for coaching. Why do you believe in them paying for coaching? Right? I want you to go to that place every day where you're coaching those 5 clients, you're envisioning yourself on those calls with them, you're finishing the call, you're getting off the call, you're closing off the Zoom room, whatever it is. How do you feel in your body living that purpose? That is what you need to embody now before you have them. Okay? So you can transfer that energy to them to create that demand for them. And why do you believe in your soul, in your gut? Why do you believe in them paying for that coaching? Every day, write about it. Write about 100 reasons why you believe in paying for coaching. 100 reasons. Every single one of you can come up with 100 reasons. I promise you that if you embody these 3 steps and you do the work on these 3 steps every single day, you will not have a problem creating demand for your coaching. Okay? I promise you, I could take any single one of you and your offer, and I could go make $1 million business because I understand these 3 steps. You all have that potential as well. I'm not blowing smoke. I want you to understand the power in these 3 steps. So, step 1, I'm just going to repeat this to make sure everyone got all 3 steps. Step 1 is believing in the demand of your coaching within yourself. Step 2 is believing in the demand of your offer from others. And notice these are in order. And step 3 is believing the value of paying for coaching. Paying for coaching. Every result that you have in your life right now, in this moment, today, at this time, was created from a belief that you have. So I want to offer to you that the future is your property. What you do, what you believe intentionally, and the life that you create for yourself from that place is your property to take. So I want to offer to you that if you're feeling like there isn't demand for your coaching, if you're struggling with believing in the demand of your coaching within yourself, believing in the demand of your coaching from others, or believing in the value of paying for coaching, you need to coach yourself on these 3 steps. All right? The future is your property. If this is resonating with you and you want coaching on creating in-demand coaching in your own life, and you want to talk to us about getting some help with that, go into the comments and type talk. Someone from my team will reach out to you. We'll talk to you. Reach out to you. We'll chat with you about coaching. All right? Work on these 3 steps with you. Also give you the strategy of how to do everything else. All the other strategy stuff, we'll coach you on all of that from these 3 steps first. This is the foundation, is making sure you actually believe this. All right, my friends? This is really powerful work. Do not underestimate the power of these 3 steps. So go into the comments if you took notes on all 3 steps. Let me know. Let me know if this was valuable for you today. I want to hear if this training resonated with you. I promise you guys, I'm not making it up. People reach out to us all the time and tell me that they signed a client from these trainings because something shifted listening to these trainings. They went out and signed clients. So let me know if that happens to you. I never get tired of hearing those messages. Go into the comments and type talk if you want someone from my team to chat with you about where you're at, which belief you're struggling with, if you want coaching on it, if you want coaching on working on all 3 of these beliefs and implementing the strategy piece of it together to get your business off the ground. Go into the comments and type talk and we'll chat with you and see where you're at. We'll for sure give you guidance and help along the way no matter what. All right, my friends, I hope this was valuable for you. Thank you so much for sticking with me and hanging out in this training. And we had a little bit of technical difficulty in the beginning, but we're here today. So thank you so much for joining. This is the secret sauce, my friends. Let me know if this was valuable, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye bye.